Hope you're doing well. Welcome to episode 19. Let's get started. Our first word is apex, which is a noun that is defined as the highest point or top of something. It is also defined as the climax or culmination of something. For example, the mountaineer reached the apex of the mountain and enjoyed the breathtaking view. Our second word is aphonic, which is an adjective that is defined as unable to produce sounds or being without voice. For example, after straining her voice during the concert, the singer became aphonic and had to rest her vocal cords. Our third word is aphorism, which is a noun that is defined as a concise or memorable statement expressing a general truth or observation. It is also defined as a maxim or saying. For example, actions speak louder than words is an aphorism that emphasizes the importance of deeds over mere promises. Our fourth word is aphotic, which is an adjective that is defined as without light or characterized by darkness. For example, the deep ocean is an aphotic zone where sunlight cannot penetrate. Our fifth word is Apiarist, which is a noun that is defined as a person who keeps bees, especially for honey production. For example, the apiarist carefully tended to the beehives, ensuring the well-being of the honeybees. Our sixth word is apiary, which is a noun that is defined as a place where beehives are kept, usually for honey production. For example, the apiary was filled with busy bees buzzing around the colorful flowers. Our seventh word is apical, which is an adjective that is defined as relating to, situated at, or constituting the apex or highest point. It is also defined as pertaining to the tip or apex of a plant, such as an apical bud. For example, the surgeon made an incision along the apical portion of the heart to access the affected area. Our eighth word is apiece, which is an adverb that is defined as for, to, or by each person or thing. For example, the tickets were sold for $10 apiece. Our ninth word is apish, which is an adjective that is defined as resembling or imitating an ape or monkey. It is also defined as foolish or silly. For example, the child made apish faces in the mirror, entertaining himself with his own antics. Our 10th word is aplenty, which is an adjective that is defined as in abundant quantities, plentifully. For example, after a successful harvest, the farmers had fresh fruits and vegetables aplenty. Our 11th word is aplomb, which is a noun that is defined as self-confidence, poise, or assurance, especially in a demanding or challenging situation. For example, despite the difficult questions, the speaker answered with aplomb and captivated the audience. Our 12th word is apocalypse, which is a noun that is defined as a great disaster, cataclysm, or widespread destruction. It is also defined as the complete final destruction of the world as described in religious beliefs. For example, the novel depicted an apocalypse in which humanity faced the aftermath of a global pandemic. Our 13th word is apocalyptic, which is an adjective that is defined as relating to or involving catastrophic events or the end of the world. For example, the Apocalyptic movie portrayed a dystopian future where civilization had collapsed. Our 14th word is apocryphal, which is an adjective that is defined as of doubtful authenticity or authorship, fictitious or spurious. For example, the story about the ghost haunting the old mansion was likely apocryphal, passed down through generations with embellishments. Our 15th word is apodictic, which is an adjective that is defined as clearly established or beyond dispute, certain or undeniable. For example, the mathematician presented an apodictic proof for the theorem, leaving no room for doubt. Our 16th word is Apogee, which is a noun that is defined as the highest or most distant point in an orbit of a celestial body. It is also defined as the climax or pinnacle of something. For example, the spacecraft reached its apogee and began its descent back to Earth. Our 17th word is apologetic, which is an adjective that is defined as showing regret, remorse, or a sense of apology, expressing sorrow or acknowledgement for an offense or mistake. For example, he was apologetic for arriving late to the meeting and apologized to his colleagues for the inconvenience. Our 18th word is apologia, which is a noun that is defined as a formal defense or justification of one's beliefs, actions, or opinions. For example, the author wrote an apologia to clarify his intentions and address the controversy surrounding his book. Our 19th word is apologist, which is a noun that is defined as a person who offers a defense or justification for something, often in a religious or philosophical context. For example, the philosopher was known as a staunch apologist for the theories of existentialism. Our 20th word is apologize, which is a verb that is defined as to express regret or remorse for an action, statement, or offense, to offer an apology. For example, he apologized to his friend for the misunderstanding and hoped to reconcile their differences. Our 21st word is apologue, which is a noun that is defined as a moral or instructive fable, often involving animals or mythical creatures, a parable. For example, Aesop's fables are renowned for their use of apologues to convey valuable life lessons. Our 22nd word is apology, which is a noun that is defined as an expression of regret or remorse for a fault, mistake, or wrongdoing. It is also defined as a formal defense or justification of one's beliefs, actions, or opinions. For example, he offered a sincere apology for his thoughtless remarks. Our 23rd word is Aposiopesis, which is a noun that is defined as a rhetorical device where a sentence is intentionally left unfinished, often to create suspense or express strong emotions. For example, she was so angry that she couldn't even speak. She could only express her frustration through a dramatic Aposiopesis. Our 24th word is apostasy, which is a noun that is defined as the abandonment or renunciation of a religious or political belief or principle. For example, his apostasy shocked his family, who were devout followers of the religion. Our 25th word is apostate, which is a noun that is defined as a person who renounces or abandons a religion or political belief or principle. For example, after years of being an active member, he became an apostate and left the church. Our 26th word is apostrophe, which is a noun that is defined as a punctuation mark used to indicate the omission of letters or possession in a word. It is also defined as a figure of speech where a speaker addresses a person or object that is absent or imaginary. For example, in the word don't, the apostrophe replaces the letter O to indicate the omission of do not. Our 27th word is apostrophize, which is a verb that is defined as to address or speak to someone or something absent, imaginary, or deceased, often using an apostrophe as a rhetorical device. For example, in his poem, the poet apostrophized the moon, expressing his admiration and longing for its beauty. Our 28th word is apothecary, which is a noun that is defined as a person who prepares and sells medicines, drugs, or pharmaceutical supplies, a pharmacist or druggist. For example, the apothecary carefully measured and compounded the prescription medication for the patient. Our 29th word is Apothem, which is a noun that is defined as a concise and memorable saying, an aphorism or maxim. For example, Actions speak louder than words is a well-known apothegm, emphasizing the importance of deeds over mere promises. Our 30th word is apotheosis, which is a noun that is defined as the highest point or culmination of something, the elevation or exaltation to divine status. For example, the athlete's remarkable performance was seen as the apotheosis of his career. Our 31st word is apotheosize, which is a verb that is defined as to elevate or exalt someone or something to a divine or revered status. For example, the legendary musician was apotheosized by his fans, who considered him a musical genius. Our 32nd word is appall, which is a verb that is defined as to greatly shock, horrify, or disgust, to cause intense dismay or outrage. For example, the graphic images in the documentary appalled viewers and drew attention to the harsh realities of the situation. Our 33rd word is appalled, which is an adjective that is defined as feeling shock, horror, or dismay, deeply disturbed or disgusted. For example, she was appalled by the unethical behavior of her colleagues and decided to report it to her supervisor. Our 34th word is appalling, which is an adjective that is defined as causing extreme shock, horror, or disgust, extremely unpleasant or shocking. For example, the conditions in the overcrowded prison were appalling, with inadequate facilities and rampant violence. Our 35th word is appanage, which is a noun that is defined as a privilege, benefit, or property granted to someone as a prerogative or entitlement. For example, the royal family's lavish lifestyle was supported by the appanage provided by the state. Our 36th word is apparatus, which is a noun that is defined as equipment or machinery designed for a particular function or purpose. For example, the laboratory was equipped with state-of-the-art apparatus for conducting scientific experiments. Our 37th word is apparel, which is a noun that is defined as clothing, attire, or garments collectively. For example, the boutique offers a wide selection of trendy apparel for men and women. Our 38th word is apparent, which is an adjective that is defined as clearly visible, evident, or obvious. It is also defined as seeming or appearing to be true, though not necessarily so. For example, the student's lack of interest was apparent from his disengaged demeanor. Our 39th word is apparently, which is an adverb that is defined as according to what appears to be true, seemingly. For example, he was apparently upset by the news, although he tried to hide his emotions. Our 40th word is apparition, which is a noun that is defined as a ghostly or supernatural appearance, especially of a deceased person. For example, the old house was rumored to be haunted by the apparition of a young girl in a white dress. Our 41st word is appeal, which is a noun or a verb. The noun is defined as an earnest or sincere request, plea, or entreaty. The verb is defined as to make an earnest or sincere request for something, to ask for help or support. For example, the charity made an appeal for donations to support their cause. Our 42nd word is appealing, which is an adjective that is defined as attractive, charming, or pleasing in a way that elicits interest or desire. For example, the newly renovated restaurant had an appealing atmosphere and an enticing menu. Our 43rd word is appear, which is a verb that is defined as to become visible or noticeable, to come into sight. For example, the sun began to appear from behind the clouds, casting a warm glow over the landscape. Our 44th word is appearance, which is a noun that is defined as the act or process of coming into view or becoming visible. It is also defined as the way someone or something looks or presents itself, the outward aspect or impression. For example, her elegant appearance at the event caught everyone's attention. Our 45th word is appease, which is a verb that is defined as to calm, satisfy, or pacify, often by making concessions or giving in to demands. For example, the leader made efforts to appease the protesters by addressing their concerns and promising reforms. Our 46th word is appeasement, which is a noun that is defined as the act of appeasing or satisfying someone's demands or desires, often by making concessions. For example, the policy of appeasement only emboldened the aggressor, leading to further demands and aggression. Our 47th word is appellant, which is a noun that is defined as a person who appeals to a higher authority, such as a court, for a decision to be reversed or modified. For example, the appellant filed an appeal with the Supreme Court seeking to overturn the lower court's ruling. Our 48th word is appellation, which is a noun that is defined as a name or title that distinguishes or identifies someone or something, a designation. It is also defined as the act of giving a name to someone or something. For example, the Big Apple is a popular appellation for New York City. Our 49th word is appellative, which is an adjective or a noun. The adjective is defined as relating to a name or appellation, naming or designating. The noun is defined as a common or general term used to describe a person or thing. For example, bird is an appellative term that refers to a wide range of feathered creatures. Our 50th word is append, which is a verb that is defined as to attach, add, or include something as an accessory or supplement. For example, she decided to append a bibliography at the end of her research paper to provide additional references. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.